Well, Craigs, first of all, congratulations on another victory. It was a dominant first hour, perhaps, but towards the end there, were you almost relieved to hear the final whistle, perhaps?
Well, it gets to that stage when you don't put the game to bed. We felt first half we had 2 or 3 good chances where, probably the last couple of weeks would be more clinical. It becomes a little bit sticky, the pitch is a little bit dry. We didn't get the chance to move the ball as quickly as what we'd like. Sometimes we're taking too many touches trying to get the ball under control, so it kind of slows your play up a little bit. Pleased with aspects with regards we're dominating the ball, we're dictating the game. But when teams sit in a little bit, which Kilmarnock are a young side as are ourselves, it's difficult to break through. I'd said at half time, go and be the difference, go and someone stand up and be the difference, and I felt Jake did, particularly for the goal. He does really well down the outside of the guy, and as a wide player you're judged on your delivery and your assist record, so it was a good assist for him. He's been frustrated the last few weeks, he hasn't played a lot of minutes, so it's always important when you get that chance to play, you go and take a little chance. So I thought I thought he'd done well, so overall pleased with the result. Yeah, it gets a little bit nervy towards the end. They bring a couple of taller guys on and put the ball in the box. So it's about finding different ways to win games. We found a way tonight to win a game which I thought we deserved to win. I thought we were the better team. So maybe if there was two or three more goals in it, we might have been really pleased. But ultimately, it's about the young guys learning to win football games, and we've learned that tonight.
You touched on Jake Hasty, that was going to be my next question. He came in tonight and he did put in a great shift. Is that a message for the other boys that are on the peripheries when you get your chance to take it like Jake did tonight?
Yeah, it is, but it's we have to be careful because we don't want to put that kind of pressure on that you get a chance you must take, and if you don't do it you don't play again. So teams will chop and change. Next week we go to St Johnstone on the Monday night. The manager might want 3 or 4 first team players to play, so we do have to adjust now and again. But for the young players, it's to get them playing to their maximum within the next 6 or 7 months. Jake's only a young boy, he's just turned 17, he's frustrated, he wants to play, as does young Dylan Faulkner and David Turnbull. When you leave them out, I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy leaving them out. So when they get the chance, I just want them to go and show that they're listening, they're learning, they're trying to progress. Everything's not going to come together when they get their chance. We were trying to work on Jake's movement, but making diagonal runs in behind centre halves. His awareness of space when the ball's coming towards him, it's probably away from him. So to see him trying to do that tonight is pleasing. That's the most pleasing thing. I don't want to put that pressure on them to say, if you don't do it, we're going to take you off. So it was good. He's took the information on board. There's still a long way to go. That's just one game for him, or one spell in the games. But they're all like that. They've all got a long way to go. They're all learning. You can see them wanting to play the right way, wanting to do the right things. I get a little bit frustrated sometimes because we come a little bit sloppy. We encourage the opposition by making silly mistakes and silly decisions. But they're young players, they're going to learn. So we just move on.
How much do you feel the young players learn from having the likes of James McFadden on the park tonight, being able to lead them by example at times and show his bit of experience as well?
Well, it helps because he communicates with them. They're a quiet bunch, they don't say an awful lot. They're okay when they're in their own dressing room, they're shouting, they're giving each other a bit of stick, but when it goes onto the pitch for some reason, it's a fear sometimes of taking a little bit of responsibility. And maybe they've gotten knocked down by their peers by shouting and trying to organise. So I want them to organise. So with James being in, or with older players being in, they talk to the young players, they encourage them, they tell them to press, they tell them to close, they tell them to drop off, as opposed to me shouting from the sideline all the time. You have someone on the pitch doing that. So if anything, I want them to learn that side of it, that they can dictate games by communication, by helping. Of course, Farry's a class act, he's good in the ball, he makes good movements, you see him in 1v1 situations, his willingness to go about the game, and it's tough. I know he hasn't got the greatest knees in the world, but it must be tough playing on that M74 there that he's playing on, because it's very, very tough. But he applies himself great, and I always think it's a great inspiration for the young players to see someone with that appetite still at that age. And even Dean coming in as well, I said after, it's good for young Peter Morrison to learn off Dean and see how he communicates, see the decisions he makes coming for crosses, his decision to play out, his calmness, his composure. That's what Peter has to get to as well, Peter Morrison. So to have Dean and to have James coming in is always good.
You touched on winning games in different ways. Just how pleasing is it as a manager, as much as it was frustrating at points, but to keep that clean sheet and just nick it by that goal to get all 3 points?
Yeah, well, it was always going to be interesting to see how we responded against Hibs. I always hark back to Hibs because it was the one that sticks in my gut. But we've won 3 games in a row since then, so we've got the response we wanted. It can be frustrating sometimes when you don't get your starting 11 till the day before the game. But that's a life of a U20's manager, we have to deal with that. So it's about working with the players that we have during the week to make them better. Getting them better so when they arrive in the game tonight, we finished the game, I think Jordan's at 99 and Jake was at 99. With quite a lot of young players on the pitch, but they're now grown up. They have to take a little bit more responsibility, and them learning to see games out, it just builds a little bit of momentum. That's the word that everybody uses in football, and it's sometimes it's hard to get the hold of. But if you told me we'd win 4 of our first 6 games, we'd be really pleased. We want to push on, we want to keep going. We'll never get above our station. There's always warnings from myself and other members of staff to keep them going. So we won't rest on our laurels. We go back to the training pitch on Thursday. We work hard. Thursday we work hard. We get ourselves fit. Our fitness levels are good. I said yesterday our GPS distances are terrific. So we've shown we can do that side of it. It's just the technical side of making the right choice on the ball and making the best passes. And if they continue to do that, they'll continue to improve.
Well, you said it yourself, 4 wins out of 6. Great start to the season, another great win tonight.